Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. This is a group supervision meeting of me and my students, my PhD and my master students. We are very grateful because we have Dr. Wan Nur Ashura with us. She's going to share her expertise in uh, journal searching using Mendeley. Okay, it's actually a very useful tool. I also use the same tool whenever I did my information searching. We also have Dr. Wan Nur Farah. Wan Nur Farah, mana mandai? No.
Since when?
We have Dr. Wan Farah Wani. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. This is how I'm gonna make it. And I also have Zhangji. Okay, my PhD student who have graduated. No. They finished her viva and she's going to get her Senate letter soon. She's going to share her experience doing her PhD in UTM. And then so I'll have first half an hour for me, and then the next half an hour I'll give it to Shura, and the final half an hour we'll give it to Lisa. Okay, so students, feel free to ask any questions to any of us, especially to Lisa, because I'm sure you might have questions that you would like to ask to another student who have finished her study. Okay, all right, I'm going to share the screen. Can you see my screen, everyone? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. All right, I'll share this script, this slides to all of you, but later. Okay. Okay. So welcome to.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to my group supervision meeting for today. I have a lot of children. Okay. 10 PhD, 2 masters. Oh my God, suddenly I become so famous. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this one meeting, a group meeting with all of you, sharing what are the things that you need to do. Okay. In the beginning of the year, I'll try to equip you as many skills as I can, especially in the beginning of the semester. Okay. And of course, throughout the your research journey, we're gonna have more meetings, and I will supervise you individually, okay, and also sometimes in groups. All right. Why do we need to have clear milestone? Today I'll be focusing a lot on having a milestone. Okay, before you embark on your PhD journey, you must have a clear milestone. You must know where you are going. Okay, I've been telling my students, sometimes when you start into your PhD journey, you might feel like you are thrown into a jungle. Okay, but you must know how to get out from the jungle. So you must know your the objectives of the objectives that you must achieve in your while you are going around the jungle, so that you can get out from the jungle. Okay, so you must have this clear milestone so that you know where you are going. Okay, so that you don't lose track. And most important thing, you must know where you are going so that it can keep you motivating. Okay, and you must be able to support yourself. You must be able to support your friends as well. And here, since we have 10 PhD friends around you, okay, and 2 master students, I would like to have all my students, okay, to be very supportive towards each other. All right, as we also have our group, WhatsApp group, right? And we call ourselves Better Together. So we are better together when we do this, okay? PhD and masters are not a lonely journey. I know, so perhaps if you ask someone else who have completed, they might say that it's a very lonely journey. They do things by themselves. But for me, I don't want you to have this feeling, because I want you to feel that we are here to support each other. Okay, so let's do it together. All right, because we are better when we do things together. All right, I prepared this research milestone, one for the master students and one for the PhD student. This one is specially meant for Azlina and Pavitra. Okay, look at this. These are the things that you must have in your master's journey. Okay, chapter 1, 2, 3, from March till July. Make sure you do this. Okay, And to be able to complete your 3 chapters, these are the things that you must know. These are the things that you must have in your writing. Okay, you must really know what's the background of your study. You must know what's the question that you would like to ask in your study. What is the problem that you would like to investigate? You must be doing a lot of readings of journals and thesis. Okay, systematic literature review. I'm sure all these things in this yellow box, you have been doing this since last semester, right, Azrina and Pavitra?
Yes, Dr. Normy.
Yes, so you are actually on the right track. Your aim is to have your proposal defense for Pavitra. She's going to do it this semester. And for Azlina, you are going to do it in early of next semester. And so from July to March next year, you're gonna finish your study. Okay, you'll be doing your chapter 4 and chapter 5. Perhaps you can start to learn any software. I think you have done that, right, Azrina? You learn how to use SPSS, right?
Atlas TI recently,
Okay.
last weekend, and SPSS, yeah.
So I can see that you are equipped with the knowledge. Now you must know which tool you are going to use. All
Yeah.
right. Going to do qualitative? Are you going to do quantitative? Then next semester you'll be doing your data collection and the whole write-up, okay, and the proposal defense, and that's it for both of you. Yay, you got your master. Very easy journey, right? Is it okay, Azlina? How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay.
Are you overwhelmed with your readings right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so but you must know this is where you are going. Okay, if you are confused, it's okay, but don't get confused for such a long time. Okay, come back, come back, come back. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So as compared to the PhD students, you have a lot of things to cover. Okay. From all 10 of you, Clytie is the only one who is in her second semester. The others are in the first semester. So for 1 year, or at least Clytie until this July. Okay, Clytie, you
Okay.
must make sure that you cover all this. Clytie has done this preliminary study, right, Clytie?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And you have also done some analysis of it. That's very good. But for the rest of you, last week when I had individual meeting with all of you, for some of you, I'm quite clear with what is the background of your study. But for most of you, I'm still not sure because you are also not sure about it. Okay. So for this year, I mean from March 2021 to March 2022. These are the things that you must cover. You must know this. What's really the background of study? What's your research question? Statement of problem. Read and read and read a lot of journals.
Dr. Normy, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Tak dengar ke?
Your voice is quite soft.
Okay. Jauh kot. Systematic literature review is something that I ask you to do. Some of you I know not very sure of how to get the what do you call it, your journals. So today we're gonna have Dr. Shura to help us with that. All right. You must be able to use all this software of like referencing tool, grammar checking, writing organization. So quite a number of things to do in the first year. I'm sure it's like an overwhelming, you feel like, oh my God, there are so many things to do. But don't worry, it's something that can be done, okay? This is also the year when you have to attend your research methodology class at UTM. And please, if you find any other classes outside there, join them, okay, so that you can improve your knowledge and skills in writing. And for most of you who are doing design-based research as your methodology, you need to do your prelim study as well, okay, before you start your chapter 2 and chapter 3. Okay, that's your first milestone. A lot of things to do. And the next milestone is from March to September 2022, next year, okay? You must aim that you're going to defend your proposal. And in order to do that, you have to complete chapter 1, 2, and chapter 3. All right? And how do you ensure that you are able to write all these 3 chapters, okay? you must know how you have to be very clear on your research plan. Okay, who is your participant? Maybe you have to learn some software for data analysis before that or after that. But during this time, okay, you must know what are the stages of your data collection, how you're going to collect your data, how you're going to do your analysis, and what is the data that you get from your preliminary study. And once you're clear with all these things, you can prepare for your proposal defense. For publication, if you feel that you are ready to do a publication, okay, yes, you can do that. Perhaps you could be writing on conceptual paper or a systematic literature review. I suggest you can start to think about your publication after March 2022, or sorry, after during this time, okay, not now in the first I think I got it salah kan kat sini kan. It's supposed to be March 2020, September 2023 I think. Betul tak? Ke salah? Betul lah ni. Okay, sorry. And then after that you're going to be your third milestone is to complete your chapter 4 and chapter 5. You have to do your data collection, you have to do conclusion of your study, your suggestion for future research, and perhaps if you want to do your publication, you can do one where you can report the findings of your study. And once you are done with chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, then you can start to think about your publication. Remember, in order to get your PhD, okay, one of the requirements besides your writing is to have one index article, which is Scopus, ERA, WOS, or 2 index conference proceeding, and then you have to prepare for your, and then besides that, you need to prepare for your Viva Voce, and that's it. Okay, it's quite clear. So I hope you can print this and you made it. Please put your name here. Okay, make sure that you always see this milestone every day so that you know where you're going. Okay, all right. These are some important software that you must master while you are doing this postgraduate study. Okay, Mendeley, something that will be covered by Dr. Wan Nur Ashura after this. I learned how to use Mendeley by myself when I did my PhD. You are very lucky you have your lecturers here to share her knowledge with you. Okay, please make sure that you really understand whatever thing that she teach you after this, because I need you to I need you to apply the knowledge after this. Okay, Atlas TI is also one of the software that you must master if you don't want to master NVivo. It's about the same thing, but at least one of those. Okay, Atlas TI or NVivo, they will help you to analyze your qualitative data and they will help you to do your literature review as well. I used NVivo when I did my PhD. SPSS, if you plan to do quantitative, if you plan to collect quantitative data, okay, you must master SPSS, all right? Of course, Microsoft Word is something that you're going to do for your writing. You must know how to use navigation pane, okay, so that you can organize and navigate your writing as clearly as possible. And, don't leave it till the end. You have to ensure what is this navigation pane. If you don't know, go and find it out. Okay, Microsoft Excel, you'll be doing perhaps a graph and charts so that you will ease you in your data analysis perhaps later. And PowerPoint and Canva, okay, to create infographic and research poster. These are the very very basic things that you must know, because after this you're going to be scholars, right? You're going to present your posters, so you have to ensure that when you do your presentation, it's something that you really put a lot of thought. Okay, it's something that you really you are serious about it. So use all this software that will help you to create good research poster or research presentation. In fact, when you do your proposal for defense and also your defense of proposal and also defense for the Viva, you'll be coming up with your PowerPoint slides. Okay, so make sure that your slides are very presentable, something that really explain your research well. Okay. All right. Other skills that you must have. You must know how to search for good journals and thesis. Go and find, if you need any books, free ebooks, go to this website. If you like to get thesis from all universities in the UK. Okay, you can go to ethos here. You can, if you go here, you can also find my thesis there. Just type Nohasmiza Sazali. You get it there. Okay, you can download, and then you must know referencing tool Mendeley, and you must also know how to get journals, or this sources from UTM library. I would like to give some tips to you. If you have any friends who are studying at other universities like or UKM or any other universities in the world, okay, especially from the UK, make good friend. Be their good friends, okay. If they can share with you their their username and password to get into their library, that is actually a very good thing to do as well. I used to share my username and password with my friends while I was doing my PhD, so that they can get access to my to the sources that from University of Exeter as well. But now, unfortunately, I cannot get sources from Exeter anymore. Okay, so make friends with people. If you go to conferences, make friends. Who knows? They are willing to share their username with you. Then you can get access from their library. All right. Why am I suggesting this? For me, sources which are related to education or social science might not be enough in UTM library for me. If you can get from other universities, that'd be better. All right. Okay. Keeping your research momentum. When you are doing your PhD, it's a very long journey. I have a lot of friends who are very clever, very smart, but they cannot keep their momentum. Okay. Throughout their journey, they got fed up. Okay. They They were doing something else that makes them feel happier, like baking. I don't know, doing business, side business, doing part-time jobs, and they forgot that they are actually doing their PhD. So you must ensure that your momentum is always there. Okay, so how can you keep your research momentum? So today I'm going to share with you how I did it. Okay. First of all, you must break your milestones into small parts which are achievable. 4 years of work, it's a lot. So how do we do it? You break it into small parts. All right. You must have things to be achieved. For the things to be achieved in each milestone, you divide them into 3 months. Just now we had about 3 years, about 3 to 4 years things, right? You divide them into 3 months, as in you put them, what are the things that you need to do or you need to achieve in every 3 months. So it's like, this is your target. Next 3 months, this is my target. Next 3 months, this is my target. And when you and for that 3 months, you divide the 3 months target into monthly target. So we are not talking about just 3 months target. We are talking about monthly target. So when when uh, we are approaching at the end of March, and we are going to April. Okay, already. Okay, in April I have to do this. It's very clear. Put it on a piece of paper, paste it at your study table. Then okay, this month I have to do this. This month I have to do this. Okay, and that 3 months, and that monthly target, you divide into weekly target. This week I have to do this. This week I have to do this. This week I have to do this. When you put it clear on your study table, okay, when you see your target, okay, first of all, the target must be achievable. All right. When you see the target every day, you feel guilty for not doing the right thing so that you can achieve the target. Okay. So things that I need to achieve, things that I need to achieve this week, you put it you can do it every week or you can do it every month, but as long as there's a target, okay, at your study table, then you feel guilty. I did this, and while I was doing my PhD, it's like the feeling is like I announced to the whole world. I announced to my whole family. I told my mother, this month I'm going to do chapter 1. I told my husband, this month I'm going to do chapter 1. Everybody knows that I'm going to do my chapter 1 this month. And then I asked them to keep on asking me, have you done it? You feel guilty for not doing it. So because of that, I put a pressure for myself make sure that this month I complete this chapter. This month I did this, I do this. Okay, so that's how I motivate myself. I can be a supervisor who can be who is a nagger, okay, who can nag you all this or throughout the journey, but I don't like to do like that. Actually, you are the one who can control your own study, okay. But this is what I did, and I would like to share it with all of you, and it works for me. All right. Let me show you how. Just now we have milestone 1, right? One example, 1 year, okay? So perhaps from March to June, you put here, you want to attend the RM, okay? You want to learn referencing to software. These are the things that you like to do perhaps in March, April, May, June. And then you want to find a gap, okay? Problem statement, research question, you want to do this. From July to September, you must make sure that you formulate your research questions already, your problem of statement, okay. You might want to do, for those who are doing your study in China, okay, maybe from July to September, you must ensure that you know all the studies on mobile learning at China and perhaps other parts of the world. Other thesis, maybe you want to join workshop. Maybe July to September, it's not enough. You want to do it. You want to continue from October to December. And this is just example, okay, up to you. You can adjust it, all right. You can try to learn software to ease your writing. Perhaps you can try to use Grammarly, okay. You must ensure that by this time you really master how to do academic writing. You must be very sure on the theories and the models on mobile learning, use of mobile learnings to enhance speaking among university students if this is your research study. And maybe you want to find past studies which are conducted, okay. And you by October, by December, from October to December, you must ensure that you complete your chapter 2. And perhaps from January to March next year, you should be conducting your prelim, okay, and do some analysis and continue to write chapter 2 and chapter 3. All right, see, this is just 1 year, the first year milestone. All right. So let's break it into monthly. From March to June, when I say that you have to attend research methodology class, okay, do your systematic literature review, identify research gap. What are the things that you're going to do here? Quite a number of things. You divide. Okay, March you do this. Okay, April maybe you want to find studies from China or other developing countries on how to be critical and ensure that you are critical when you do your reading journals, okay? And then May, you can find studies from other countries, just 1 month, okay? And June, perhaps studies from developed countries, all right? You break it into, what do you call it, monthly target, okay? And this one break into weekly, okay, from March. Perhaps first week, you attend class, do all the assignments given, okay, for those who are doing RM, right? And then week 2, try to find research journals from China. Week 3, try to find thesis from China, okay, or studies related to studies which are related, which were conducted in China, okay. And then week 4, maybe you want to learn referencing tool, which is what we are doing now, okay. And perhaps you would like to find more research journals and thesis after you master how to do this, how to use this referencing tool. Okay, remember, okay, every day when you want to start your day, you must arm with a plan. You don't just wake up in the morning and just continue with your day without having any plan. You might not want to write everything every day, but at least when you wake up in the morning, you know, okay, I'm gonna do this. I have something that I need to achieve. And before you sleep, you ask yourself, did I do what I wanted to do in the morning? If you wake up in the morning with a clear aim, I'm sure you will have a smooth, not to say, smooth sailing journey in your PhD journey. Okay. What about time management? You are now studying, and most of you, some of you are also working. All right. How do we ensure that you can keep your momentum in writing? This is my advice. Every day you must spend quality time for your PhD work. Maybe for those who are really busy, at least 1 hour. Okay. But don't just leave it. Okay, I'm going to do my PhD work this weekend. Now I'm just going to do my own other things. No, every day you must spend some time for your PhD work. You must read journals perhaps, and when you do your journals reading, do your systematic literature review. Don't just read and highlight. There must be something that is as an outcome from your reading. Okay, do your systematic literature review. I have really explained how to do this last week, right? And then every day, this is also one more tips that I can give you. You must type something. Perhaps start with 100 words, and then because you are so used of writing 100 words, then the words will gradually increase to 300 words per day, and then perhaps 500 words per day, and until you can really write type 1,000 words a day. That one means that means that you are really fast really. At least 500 to 1,000 words. But as for now, since you are still in the beginning phase, right? Type something, type something from perhaps your reading. And then you have to print out your milestone. I put it here. You can show it to your loved one. You feel guilty for not achieving this. When I did my PhD, I did it in the UK. So I brought my family, I brought my husband, I brought my kids. I feel guilty for not getting my PhD because my family have to sacrifice their time, especially my husband. He actually resigned from his job just to go with me to the UK and give his support. So I don't want I have to ensure that I really get the PhD. Okay, so you perhaps you share it with your loved one. Make sure that they understand that you are now doing a very serious work, which is your PhD. Okay, um, you can tell your loved ones, perhaps your husband just now, like I told you, or your wife or your mother, okay, on your target. And perhaps those who have you still have your mother, you can ask them to really pray for you. Okay, ensure that you must get a very good support system from your family, then you can do this well actually. And of course, don't forget to reward yourself when you achieve your milestone target. Okay, perhaps monthly you go to the shopping mall, just grab something that you like. Tell yourself, okay, good job, you have done this. Okay, because we are human, right? We need to motivate ourselves. Okay, know your most productive time. Some of you have your productive time late in the evening. Okay, for me, my most productive time is really early in the morning. I wake up at 4 or 5, and that is the most productive time because during that time all my kids are still sleeping, and I can really read my work and do my own writing. When I did my PhD before this, I still remember because my house is very near to the university, it's just a walking distance. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I walked to the library to do my writing because I don't want to be disturbed whenever I'm at home. My kids might be awake. So because my productive time is early morning. So you ask yourself, during this time you would know yourself better. If you can really work during evening, do it during evening. If you are really a morning person, do it in the morning. Okay, all right. Next tips that I would like to give you is healthy mind comes from healthy body. Okay, I'm also very active. These are all my photos that I took while I was doing my PhD. Not to brag all of you, but I was also confused. I also had times when I was stressed while I was doing my PhD. So how do I ensure that I keep the balance? Okay, I joined a lot of running competition. I ran this what do you call it? When you run or when you do something that is active things, it keeps you what do you call it? It will make you a healthy person. And when you are healthy, then you are able to come up with creative ideas, creative writings. Okay. What else? Okay. Next that I would like to share with all of you. How can all Dr. Normy's students work together? Because I have 10 students, 10 PhD, right? These are the research that you would like to do based on my talk, based on my based on my meeting with you last week. All right. So I'm going to share this with all of you. what I need you to do is you can share your literature review, okay? You can share your methodology with each other. It doesn't mean that, this does not mean that you are going to share your writing, but when you share your source, you have your friends, who are also my students, okay? You can share your, what you found, all right? Then we can make full use of this group, okay? All right, if you are doing similar methodology, especially, all right, if you are doing case design-based research, if you are doing case study, you can use this group to discuss with each other, all right? You can share journals, notes, and knowledge on the methodology. Especially if you are doing what they call it, design-based research, it'll be very easy for us to, you know, to plan how we are going to do things together. We use the same methodology, but okay, we use the same methodology, but perhaps for different contexts of research. Okay, you can also make full use of our group by exchanging ideas on research. Okay, you can share your ideas. We can also do we can also co-write research papers. All right. And most important thing, please make full use of this group, okay, so that we can actually help each other and support each other. All right, that's all from me. Half an hour. Dapat half an hour. Oh, 31 minutes. Now, Dr. Wanur Ashura, would you like to share your screen? I'm gonna give the session to Dr. Wanur Ashura. She's going to share with all of you how to find articles from Mendeley, how to do your referencing using Mendeley. Shura, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Host disable participant screen sharing. I cannot share.
Minta maaf. Okay, where are you? Wanur Ashura. Okay.
Okay, right. So I'm the host now. All right, good afternoon. I am Wanur Ashura. I have a very mouthful name, but my good friends and my friends around me and family call me Shura. So I'm here not as a lecturer. I'm not here. I'm here today not to teach you, but more as your peers, because I've been using Mendeley for quite some time, and I actually went and learned Mendeley through a course, apart from my experience of discovering Mendeley on my own. All right. So so what am I going to share is just, you know, a short one, because I believe that you cannot explore Mendeley by yourself. Okay, first of all, you need to understand that Mendeley has tool. That means it has on website, and you need to download so that you can use on your laptop or your computer. So you need to download it. So first of all, you have to go to mendeley.com. I'm not sure whether in your country Mendeley can be used or not. You need to check, yeah, especially from China. Okay, so you download. After you download, sign in likewise. Okay, I'm not going to show you to use Mendeley on website, but I'm going to show you to use Mendeley on our laptop, on our desktop. Okay, so what it can do is, if you constantly sign in into Mendeley, so whatever that you search on Mendeley on your desktop will also appear on your Mendeley on website. So it is the information is there as well. All right. So okay, I'm going to stop sharing this. It's best that you have it download already, but if not, it's okay, because this session is recorded, so that's not a problem. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my desktop? Okay, all right. So I have installed Mendeley for quite a long time. So, but sometimes it keeps on crashing, but that's okay. You just update and everything will be all right. That's what I like about Mendeley. After quite sometimes it is quite stable, unlike during the first years of its establishment. So it's quite not stable and keep on crashing, and I can't even open it. But now after a few years, to me, Mendeley is already stable. So right, so I'm going to show you how to use Mendeley. Okay, this is all the documents since my PhD days, and some are from my master's days. So you can imagine how long do I have this installed in my desktop, Mendeley. All right. So first of all, when you have your own account, there is nothing here. That means these are all no, you cannot find any article here. All right. So what you can do is, if you have any article in your desktop, so you can upload it on Mendeley. Okay, there are a few ways of doing it. Okay, but the conventional way is to add the button add here. So I'm going to go to my okay. Okay. All right. This is the article that I want to upload on Mendeley. So just click here, and it will show you. Yeah, it's uploaded here. Okay. The other way of doing it. Okay. Right. You minimize this one first. Minimize your Mendeley desktop. You go to the article that you want to upload. This is in the case that you have the article already, right? Okay, so maybe choose this one, drag into this. Okay, it's there. So this one is quite easy. All right. Okay, now, all right, so we have here on your left, we have all documents. That means all the files that you include here, including Microsoft Word format, is here. But the thing, one of the drawbacks of Mendeley, you should always clarify back its referencing format. Okay, what do I mean by that is that, okay, all right, I click at the first article just now. Okay, this is what I meant by you have to always clarify the information here. All right. So this is the title. Sometimes it doesn't come out as a title, even the type as well. Sometimes it is something else. It's not journal article, despite it is a journal article. So sometimes it's quite hectic for us to double check the information here, because you need to understand as well that Mendeley is also referencing tool. But for me, I don't really use Mendeley as referencing tool because I have to double check. I went to I choose the hard way in which I check one by one. Yeah, I'm quite manual in terms of that, and I am a bit particular of the referencing format. So I will go through every reference that I listed in my thesis. Okay, but if you think that you want to use it as referencing manager, it can be done. But today I'm not going to show you how to do the citing. Yeah, it's just that today it's how you can use Mendeley when you read and look for information related to your thesis or your research. All right, so now, okay, I'm going to cancel this, just cancel this, so it'll go back to the library. Okay, so you can also create folders. For example, if you were to categorize your reading, if it looks like this, it's so messy, everything is here, you can always create folder to differentiate according to themes, for example. And for my PhD research, it's on breast cancer blogger blogs. So I should do that actually, but I didn't. All right, so I can categorize or open a folder or many folders, maybe on qualitative research, maybe on discourse analysis. So I just this is to make things easier, and it's one of the way of you to manage your articles, because we know when we do PhD or masters, there's so many articles that you have to read. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how can you, this is in the case of you have the article here already in the Mendeley, and there are some of the article is not here. So can anyone suggest me any keyword? Can anyone suggest me any keyword?
The use of mobile
Mobile learning.
to enhance speaking skill.
Okay. If I find it based on my document, I have nothing on mobile learning, of course. But what I can do is, all right, where is it?
I think we have to use the one on the web, right, Shura?
You can use it here as well, because as long as you have internet, so no problem with that. Okay. Right. Okay, I try with something else first. Okay. All right, so as you can see here, I have this qualitative, I write the keyword here. So if you were to find the keyword, it's supposed to be here, yeah, on your right, this side. Okay. All right, so if you can see here, this one with PDF format, or sometimes it's words, that means the file is here in your PDF. All right, but if it's not here, it's just a suggestion, but you have to find it on internet. Okay, how to find that particular file on the internet? All right, click here, right, and then okay, this is the URL. Okay, usually you can just, okay, view research catalog entry for this paper. Oh, you can't, yeah. Right, can we try something else? Okay, mobile learning. Okay, I have just updated my Mendeley before I went to before I joined this meeting, and I think there's something off here. Okay, by right, when you type anything here, right? Let me see this one. Okay. By right, if you type anything here, they will suggest you the articles. They will list down you these articles, although it's not here in your Mendeley. Apparently, after updating it, I can't do that.
Dr. Shura, can I say something?
Yes, sure, sure.
Okay, last weekend I went into a workshop, online. So we discovered that the updated version of the Mendeley, we can't get the online paper
No wonder.
so we have to go to the
I just
online.
updated it just now.
Yeah, the previous one, yes, we can do that.
Yeah. Oh, no wonder. So I should
Then we have
have
to use the
okay, that
online.
means all right. So yeah, I think since we can't do that anymore on the desktop, so since we have no choice but to go to the website. Okay, right.
Usually
What's
when I
my
find articles from the website, and then I just
yes.
put it in my library, so it's there.
Oh, all right. It used to be before I updated this a few hours ago. You can always find it there on the desktop, so it's easier for you, right? So since you can't do that, all right. So let's go to Mendeley here. Mobile learning. I don't even sign in, but if you sign in, the advantage is your history is there, so you better sign in, right? So everything is suggested here, but again, this is from Mendeley, all right? and sometimes the file is not here. You have to find it somewhere else. But if you click at right, let's look at this one.
You take the first one. This is the
Yeah, this one. This one, yeah, okay. And it's on. It is published on proceedings. The thing with proceedings or other peer review article that we are not sure of its status. Usually for PhD research, we should look for the best. I'm talking about the best practice. We should look for good peer review journal, right? That means not any Tom, Dick, or Harry's journal you can use to cite from. Okay, apparently I can't. I don't know why. Okay, let's try with this one. Oh, sorry, it's here. Okay, sign in. You have, oh, that means I have to sign in to view the PDF. But some of the paper, the suggestion here is not here. The paper is not there. You still have to find the other papers. All right. So this is about searching for articles.
Can I just add?
Yes.
So when we found that this is a very good article, but we couldn't get it over there in Mendeley, try to find it from our library. If you cannot find it from our library, then that is the time when your connections with your friend from other university helps.
Okay.
You know?
This one is with the article attached to the suggestion. Okay. All right. So going back to Mendeley. Okay, going back to Mendeley, let's stop. Okay, that means you can use Mendeley desktop to find the article, but here you have already included the article in your own desktop. So now I am about to find the definition of this course. Okay. Or maybe it's too difficult. Right, something on qualitative. Right. Okay, I am supposed to find something on qualitative. I want to know maybe right. Okay, just click here. Click at the article that you want to find. Go back to my library. Okay, find some more on qualitative. Okay, okay, it's highlighted. So that is what I love about Mendeley. Our keywords are highlighted here. So, but make sure. Okay, right. I'm going to maximize this. Okay, now I have two. And maybe I want to find concept. Okay, narrative. Narrative is one of the tools under one of the design under qualitative design. All right. So there are 229 narrative count. Okay, narrative communication, narrative. Okay, so I want to find definition, if any. Okay. Right, there is no definition of narrative. This is reflected, yada, yada, yada. Okay, all right. Okay, found here. Okay, so I highlighted this. I'm doing this. I highlight this. And then you can also write notes here. Okay, use this one. See, can you see this? Add a note. So here, this is where you can add notes. So definition of narrative. Okay, so if you can find something about mobile learning, we're doing it. So you can find the same thing across a few articles. So this is one of the strengths of Mendeley. That means you can read a few articles, let's say 5, 6, or 7, and looking at the same point. For example, the definition of narrative. Okay, so if there is any here in this article as well, so you can highlight and you can, so you can highlight that if any. I don't think so, it's here. Okay, something else. Narrative. Okay. So it's here again. Finding narrative, previous one. Okay. Right. Maybe you can highlight something about. Okay. Add note. You want to highlight first, so highlight. You can highlight, so you know that this one is about. You can even change color. Okay. So add note. Okay. This is where you can change color. Let's say red, right? And add notes. For example, narrative in context. So when you read across a few articles, you are only looking at the specific point that you are looking for. So Mendeley has basically shortened the time and the effort to find for specific things when we read any research article. Okay, so it's important that you also, my style is that I will open a Microsoft Word and then I'll do the metrics, the literature review metrics. So I just copy from here. Of course, you cannot just copy and paste it in your thesis. You have to paraphrase. And the best practice is you read across maybe a few articles and you synthesize and summarize. So that is one of the way to avoid you from plagiarizing. And don't forget to add your own insight also regarding the matter that you're reviewing. Okay, so that's about Mendeley. So any question at this point?
Any questions from students? No? Perhaps after this, you can start to sign up for Mendeley and try it out by yourself, okay?
Okay.
If you wanna. All right, our next session is with Zhangji.
Is that all, Dr. Normy?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. I think I have to leave. But if there's any question you can ask now, I'll leave in 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Anybody would like to ask any questions to Dr. Shura because she has something to do after this? Anyone from about referencing?
Can I ask?
Sure.
Oh, that one cannot.
I can.
Nobody
Yeah, because-
Yes, Farah.
I have to be honest, when I did my master, I did not use Mendeley. I do it manually. So it's taxing and laborious in that sense. So for me, when I look at this Mendeley, it's almost like a data, like a bank of whatever citations that you may use in your thesis or your paper or your research article. Is that it? It's like a data bank that you can just go to as and when you want it.
Yeah, that's right.
A question or a statement?
No. It's a question. So meaning, if I have already files that are scattered all around my desktop, I can just do like a one-stop center using Mendeley.
Yes, exactly.
And they keep track of the references, the source
Yes.
from which the article comes from.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like I said just now, you have to re-clarify, or you have to check the one on the the right side of the article, because sometimes it's just not correct. It's not according to format. That is one of the drawbacks of Mendeley. So that one needs to be done manually, checking the format, whether it's right journal. Sometimes the volume did not appear, things like that.
Okay. So that's good. I'm a noob here on Mendeley, but I think this will make my life easier in terms of compiling all the required references that I need.
Yes.
Right. So without even me remembering which folder I put in.
Yeah, even the naming of the folder. I think when it comes to us doing literature review, we download as many as we want, and sometimes we can't even remember the file's name. But using Mendeley, it is automatically named. That means it's very organized and standard. I mean, standard way, or they're using the standard way of naming a file. So
Of
that's
course,
not a problem.
this is not a higher level kind of question. It's just like me trying to understand why Mendeley is important to me for me to
Mhm.
use. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay. No more question?
Any more questions? No more?
All right.
Of course, you can just go to YouTube,
Yeah.
and explore
Mm-mm.
it. Once you learn it for the first
Mm-mm.
time, you might feel confused. You might still feel
Yes.
shy.
Yeah.
That's normal, no problem. Okay, but at least you know
Okay.
with Mendeley.
All right. Thank you. And also thank you to Azlina for helping me just now. Okay.
Sure, no
Right.
problem, Dr.
Okay.
Shura. And I miss your class.
Oh, thank
I
you.
couldn't
Next
have,
semester, you maybe.
I
All
don't
right.
have any more class with you.
Oh yes. No mind. Just come into my class if you love my class.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Okay.
I'll see you
I'll
around.
invite her in DOE.
Yes. The
Okay.
more the merrier. Only 4 of us.
Sure, sure. All right. Okay. Bye, bye, everyone. Take
Okay. Okay. For all students, now it's